My parents are baby trapping me into an arranged marriage, but there's a huge secret about the baby that they don't know.
The baby is really good at juggling.
Some backstory. I got into an accident after college and will never be able to have kids. None of my family knows that I can't have kids. They know about the accident, but not about that specifically. I've always wanted to be child-free, so it didn't affect me much mentally.
So OP did it on purpose.
I have finished my master's degree last year, and I've never dated before. I got a very high-paying job directly through campus placements. My parents immediately wanted me to get married after getting a job, but I wanted to work on myself and explore a bit.
No.
Stop!
No self-development here, only children and babies.
Reproduce! All my life, I did what they wanted, and for the first time when I went against them, they were not happy. Last year, they gave up after COVID started. So I picked some dating apps and I went through them, but with no luck. Then my parents introduced me to family friend's daughter, and we kind of clicked.
Nice.
Kinda working out.
Hey, the old family matchmaker.
But looking back, I was a fool. She said yes to anything I said and never complained about anything. I kind of felt weird about it. I wanted her to express her interest, but she always said that she was interested in whatever I wanted to do.
I'm not trying to date someone that says yes all the time. If I wanted to do that, I would date ChatGPT because it will be like, actually, as a large language model, I can't answer that question. I'm like, damn, dude, hard to get ChatGPT.
That gets me going. Well, I didn't think much of it at the time. I said that I won't have kids ever, and she surprisingly said, okay.
Have a freaking opinion.
I was like, dang, she is probably the one. And as it's very hard to find a partner who is child-free in my country, or at least I thought. But we were in the initial stages and I had not told her about my accident. Long story short, we hooked up a month ago. I used protections because safety first. Now, the next day, she ghosted me a bit. I thought it was due to my performance in the sack, so I wanted to give her some space.
Yeah, maybe she's like, oh, that freaking Frankenstein of a sack. I don't know if I'm up for it.
Then she texted infrequently and replied with OKs and Ks and one-line answers. I thought maybe she wanted to end the relationship and was sad, but I just left it at that. Yesterday, all her family came to my house, and now she claims that she's pregnant and the father is me.
I think something's up.
All it was the protection magically didn't work, and he magically regained fertility. Needless to say, I freaked the F out and wanted to collapse on the ground. I did not say anything while they were talking about marriage and stuff that needs to happen because I got her pregnant. Please advise me on what steps to take. There is an update.
Okay.
What step would you take?
Instantly a freaking paternity test. This snowball wonder is definitely not fertile, right? Is there something amiss, right?
Let's see what happens. Throw your predictions in the comment,
Yeah,
by the
what
way,
would you
guys.
do in this situation? Please let us know.
Let me start off by saying that I'm very grateful for all the Redditors who took time to read this and give me advice. I was overwhelmed by the amount of comments and how many of you said it might not even be my kid. Looking at it from a different perspective gave me much more insight onto the whole situation. I called my boss and took today off. I called up some clinics to get tested and was given a slot on Friday afternoon. Then I went to the store and bought some pregnancy tests and asked only her to come back to my place tomorrow. I also called my parents before I said anything, and my mom asked me if I had any good news. I was shocked by what she said, and I asked what exactly was she talking about?
Yeah, like, how do you know?
She then played dumb, and I knew the situation at that point was more effed than I had thought.
What's the situation? I'm not catching on yet.
Mom is in on it. I cut the call and cried all night till 3 a.m. A grown man crying for the first time since 8th grade. So she came this morning with her parents, even after I told her to come alone. They were under the impression that I was going to discuss the engagement plans with them.
Man, they're moving fast.
Reproduce! I told them to wait outside, and I called her in, and they threw a fit. I told them they can all go back or let her come in alone. They agreed. I took out the pregnancy tests and gave it to her and told her to prove that she was actually pregnant, and I told her where the bathroom was. She started screaming at me. She had never done this before. I was shocked at this. Then she went out the door and called her parents in. Now everyone is screaming at me in my own home because I asked her to prove the pregnancy, not even a DNA test. I told them to all go F off. And 1 hour later, my parents and them all came to my house and they spilled the beans. Ooh.
What are the beans?
She was never actually pregnant. My parents were afraid that I was getting too old for marriage and wanted me to marry and give them grandchildren.
Damn, dude. They're serious about this whole kids thing.
Reproduce.
They said that in arranged marriages, there's no need for the people to actually get to know the spouse because the parents only choose who is best for their kids. They planned all of this and were only waiting for me to hook up with her to do this. I broke down and cried again. All my life, I did exactly what my parents wanted, always. I scored high. I never asked for anything. I told them to get out and to never talk to me again, in between crying. And they said parents know what's best for their kids. Then I got extremely angry and told them to F themselves in my native language, which was very bad.
Dang.
For once, I think they knew I was serious with them and they all left. I blocked them all before sending my parents a message to never contact me again in my life, even if one of you is dying. Oh my God.
That's
wow.
intense.
I cried for some more time, went through some dog videos, and went through all the messages on Reddit. And I feel like I owe you guys this update because it was you guys who helped me to do this. That is all for now. I hope you have a wonderful day. Whew, there is a final update. I want to thank you all for taking your time reaching out and giving advice. In the last few days, I feel like a burden was lifted off of me, especially from my parents who did always expect many things from me. The first day after the confrontation was an absolute crap show. My parents forced relatives to reach out to me, asking me to see reason. LMAO. I declined.
Are you kidding me? I feel like they're the ones that didn't see reason.
They stopped after 2 days after a harsh message from me requesting no contact. I also took appointments for family planning, vasectomy, which is next month. Some people asked if I would ever tell my family about this, but I will not. My body, my business. I will, of course, tell potential future dates that I am child-free and also had a vasectomy beforehand. Some people asked where I am. I am from India. Oh.
I'm sorry, OP. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Truly awful situation.
Got so manipulated.
Everyone listening, Sam, who's the a-hole? Like, what do you think of this whole situation?
Parents, a-hole.
Of course.
The girl's parents, a-hole.
And the girl,
a-hole. I mean, maybe there's something about like culturally we don't understand.
Yeah.
But this seems like pretty holy frickin' behavior.
Yeah.
All around.
OP, enjoy your Frankenstein scrotum, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
Soon.